In the world of media and content creation, there's a rule that most creators follow that goes like this. Give them what they want, then give them what they need. That doesn't sound manipulative at all, but it certainly applies to this year's latest Formula One game release, F1 23. Just a heads up, there's going to be a lot of spoilers here, so if you're going to purchase the game and don't want to know what you're in for, then check out one of my other videos. And if you're not familiar with the F1 gaming franchise or the Breaking Point portion of it, here's a quick background. Like any sports game, they've got annual releases with usually only minor changes because the release time isn't long enough to create major ones. But back in 2021, there was a major change. Electronic Arts, that's right, EA, purchased the F1 gaming franchise from Codemasters. EA, with its history of destroying fun and swindling customers, was now at the helm. And with its coffers of cash, they revamped the F1 game, giving us a fictional narrative one-player storyline called Breaking Point, where you played most of the time as the protagonist and new F1 rookie Aiden Jackson, trying to survive and make his way through the complex world of Formula One. Yes, they retain the other areas of the game, like the Grand Prix, time trial, online multiplayer. It is difficult to find online multiplayer games. The servers won't show you all of them. There was some changes to the way the servers were set up, but I digress. Anyways, in F1 2021, you were thrust into on-track racing scenarios like it's lap X and you have to get to lap Y without giving up a position. Don't lose 2 places, or you have to podium ahead of your teammate or something. You also made off-track decisions like answering media questions, and your answers determine the car, the team, or driver efficiency. But the big hook of Breaking Point was the character development. The cutscenes throughout the game were very well thought out, very well done. And the acting, the lines, the story itself was pretty immersive. In fact, I recommend watching the entire Breaking Point storyline through the cutscenes, which you can do free online. So the main character and protagonist is Aiden Jackson, and the antagonist is a character called Devin Butler, who's another driver on the grid that sows dissent between you and your over-the-hill old dude teammate, Casper Ackerman. Once Aiden and Casper realize they're being pitted against one another, they team up and kick ass on track and defeat Devin Butler. It's a fun story, and it was a lot of fun to play through. And EA advertised as such. But remember, you give them what they want, then you give them what they need. And I want you to continue enjoying my channel and all of the fun stuff I put out. I just need a few like and subscribes to keep on keeping on. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Formula Kickass, because Formula Whiplash does indeed kick ass. But fast forwarding to this year's F1 23 game, and on the surface it seemed as if we're getting a straightforward sequel, Breaking Point 2, a continuation of the saga of rookie Aiden Jackson. But this time, your former enemy Devin Butler is now your teammate, and his dad owns the team, and your team principal is your former teammate Casper Ackerman. Alright, kinda weird, but F1 is like musical chairs anyways, I guess. But then Devin Butler has a medical issue, a hearing problem, and has to exit F1. But who will take his place? The competent reserve driver who keeps the team competitive for the next few races? Oh no, it's Devin Butler's sister, Callie Mayer, first female Formula 2 champion. And you get to race as her. Oh, wowie. And in an F2 car, in fact. Quite a few times as well. Wow. Now that's why I bought this F1 game. And now she's promoted to F1 alongside you. Wait. Oh yeah. No, you're no longer playing as Aiden Jackson anymore. You're playing as Callie. And you're going to play as Callie for the bulk of the remainder of the entire game. The vast majority of the game, in fact, you get to be Callie Mayer. Because Aiden Jackson turns into an incompetent sack of goo, and you get to start dominating the grid. Didn't see that one coming. All of a sudden, he's an idiot that can't even keep his car on the track. Meanwhile, you're calm, cool, and collected. Well, not exactly. You see, Callie has a chip on her shoulder, surprise, surprise, and is totally rude, hypersensitive, and an overall entitled piece of crap, looking for a reason to attack anyone that doesn't submit to her will. And that's just the beginning. Because off-track, you get to be dismissive and rude to the media, as well as being nagged by your mother on your cell phone that you're required to answer by the game after every single racing event. So after you're forced to play as a woman, you get to be forced to listen to the bickering back and forth of her mother, where you all argue tit for tat with backhanded compliments and insults, none of which propel the game storyline in any way. And after you're off the phone with your mother, you get into it with your dad, the team owner, with the same set of arrogant chip on the shoulder attitude. And yes, the game ends exactly how you think it will. Sounds like a fun way to spend a Friday night gaming in your simulator, huh? I think not. So why didn't EA advertise Breaking Point as a play as a female F1 driver game, or put stupid men in their place game? Actually, the real title should be called Bitch Point 2. Breaking Point 2, the bitching. Breaking Point bitch. Well, the real reason is twofold. Number one, you wouldn't buy it because no one wants to play that. Even though women make up approximately 40% of all Formula One fans, that doesn't equate to video game players, which is almost exclusively male. And the timing of this is even worse because it coincides with this year's collapse of the women's Formula Racing team, the W Series, which as of now no longer exists. It doesn't exist because it couldn't garner sponsorships and money. I actually liked watching it live trackside before the F3 and F1 races. The cars in neat liveries, the races were short and aggressive, and you could cheer on someone from your home country. It's a lot of fun. I thought they were fun at least. But there wasn't enough financial return on investment. Like most women's sports, not enough fans to keep operations in the black. And number two is, it's your medicine. They're giving you what you want. A real F1 game, then they're giving you what you need, which is subjugation. You know, like hiding medicine that you give your dog. And to EA, you're the dog, and you will take your medicine. They're forcing women into F1 by hook or by crook, through media personalities and now video games, because no one watched the W Series. It's defunct. And now they're going to prepare the social environment, aka your brain, for women through the Formula ranks and up to F1, no matter their performance or financial backing, as evident in the rope-a-dope scam that is the Breaking Point 2 story of F1 23. The old bait and switch, normalizing you to it in hopes that you don't bat an eye when a faster, wealthier male in F3 and F2 is cast aside to promote a female driver into an F1 seat. Pretend like it's not even happening, just like in the Breaking Point 2 story, because it will happen. That is, if they get their way. Which now begs the question, how many men have not been promoted into Formula One media positions by virtue of their genetics? Nothing to see here, folks. Anyways, that's enough fun I've got for today. Thanks for coming by. See you in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.